Come beneath Narethiel, the water remembers. No mercy, no blame. Bring me the wound tonight, not the story, the name. The 3 full moons with iron on my skin. The white one called me faithful, the red one saw within. The blue lay on the water like a door without a sound. I had carried too many dead to stay above the ground. They sang my name in silver halls, they carved my vow in stone. They called it grace, they called it war, they called me coming home. But every night the lake bells turned down where no prayer survived. And all the men I left behind kept asking why I'm alive. You call it duty, you call it shame, you call it grief, but grief is not its name. I know how to name your pain, not the glory, not the shame, not the prayer they carved in stone, not the guilt you call your own. I know how to name your pain, where the blue cathedral wakes. Pain has a name. You were saved against your will, and the wound obeys you still. Down past crowns and broken shields, down past banners drowned in blue. The cathedral opens slowly from the things I never knew. Pillars made of promises, pews of splintered oak, every bell unstruck and turning for the words I never spoke.